We're Trent Allie, and
it's gonna be a big day.
not only are we excited about our recent news,
We're having a boy.
I knew it. I knew it.
but we're excited to finish this house before he gets here.
Little baby cans.
Happy wife, happy life.
Subscribe and come along today for a big surprise. It's alive! And our first attempt at trying something brand new.
I don't know what it's supposed to look like.
I don't either.
Okay.
This is my first time.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Did you hear about what our baby is?
No?
Really? You
What
did?
is it?
No, I haven't told him.
Do you want to
You're
know?
wearing pink, so is it a girl?
We're having a boy.
I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, that's awesome.
I've been really trying to make a really good brisket out of this Traeger. It's my first time using the Traeger. It's my first time making a brisket. I've never smoked anything.
Trent has been asking for a Traeger for a very long time, and we've always been of the mentality that the house isn't done, we're not ready. But this is his pregnancy gift. He got a Traeger, he deserves it. We're gonna practice smoking some fun, delicious dinners.
Really look at this puppy.
This puppy, yeah.
Now we are feeding a small village, so don't be shocked by the size of this thing.
Oh my goodness.
Bam! Look at her go!
Wow.
It's massive.
It's huge.
It's literally so big. And it's taking a really long time to get to temperature.
So
It's been smoking for about 10 hours.
Oh wow.
And pretty soon I've got to wrap it in aluminum foil, up the temperature, get it to come up another like 40 degrees in internal temperature, and then we got to wrap it in a towel and put it in a cooler.
Oh really?
And let it rest for 2 hours before we can eat it.
Okay.
Does your recipe take into account how much bigger this brisket is than what you were expecting? Because normally like things cook for way less time if they're a lot smaller. So
It's not a time.
it's just a temperature thing.
It's one of the cool things. Come on, let me show you. Let me be a Traeger salesman for a minute. One of the cool things about the Traeger is everything is like digitally and electronically controlled, and you can connect it to your phone and you can do all that jazz. It's really sweet. Anyways, this little cable right here that plugs in is actually a meat probe. It's a thermometer that you stick inside the meat right there.
Okay.
And then it will actually tell you the internal temperature of the meat the entire time. It will actually tell you the internal temperature of the meat the entire time. So right now, the probe is 155 degrees. The inside of the brisket is 155. Once it gets to 160, we wrap it in aluminum foil. Then we turn the Traeger up to 225, and we get the internal temperature of the brisket up to 204.
Not 205.
Not 205, 204. It's very precise. And then you put it in the cooler, and then it's just amazing and it's delicious. And I hope that it's done before Brandon has to go home so that he can try it. We have some mudding pre-filling and some screw filling to do. We did leave some mud in a bucket with some water and a piece of sheetrock on top of it over the weekend.
Let's go see how that held up.
Let's see if that is dried concrete or if it's still like wet and we can mix it up with the mixer and get to work. It did not work. I mean, maybe it's okay. It's not crusty. It's just like a little dehydrated.
Just add some water and stir it up.
Try it.
And the verdict is?
Might have added too much water. It is very pancake battery. There's only one problem with it being very pancake battery, and that is that it doesn't want to stay on the hock. You turn the hock sideways and it like slides off and makes a huge mess, so. Oh no!
It's okay, scrape
The
it off.
cardinal sin.
Okay, scrape it off.
You're never supposed to put the drywall tools away dirty and let it dry.
Come on, children of the sun. Come on, city lights.
That kind of looks like crap, but once we put tape on it, it's gonna look really good.
Their knees, begging, please. Oh, we don't love like this. We
think you can use tinfoil or butcher's paper, but
This is all we had.
didn't have any fresh out of butcher's paper, believe it or not. My aluminum foil paper mache going on here. Now I can just pick it up instead of using the utensils, which is really nice. We're at 130 right now. Internal probe is at 156. And I need to come in here on the Traeger app, super sick. And I need to set the goal of the internal temperature.
We're looking for a nice, crispy 204.
All right, so I've got the brisket thrown back on the Traeger. It is going for its second cook, which should take like 3 to 5 hours or something like that to go from 155 to 205 degrees internal temperature. Then after that, we gotta let it rest. So I'm gonna get back to mudding and start pre-filling the rest of these gaps and getting all the screw holes covered.
I have some important errands to run. I know you guys are all very interested in the interior design and the colors in the house, and today we need to go pick out some color samples, some stains, some swatches, and I'm bringing you guys along. It is constantly super muddy and super dirty out here, but I don't want to wear my work boots because it's really hot out. It's the middle of summer, and that's why I'm very thankful I get to run around and do errands and help on the house while wearing my Vessies. And Vessi is the sponsor of today's video. Vessi shoes are comfortable, stylish, and extremely functional. They're sustainably made with no animal byproducts, and they use Dymatex to keep our feet cool in the summer, warm in the winter, and waterproof all year round. They've become our go-to shoe for running errands around town and hanging out on the property. They've been super helpful and useful for us as an everyday shoe, and since they're so easy to clean off, I've been using them as my work shoes during the summer as well. If you guys want to get some Vessi shoes, click the link in our description and you'll get $25 off your first pair. Thanks again to Vessi for sponsoring today's video. Let's get some errands done. Alright, unfortunately, Benjamin Moore is the paint that we're looking for and they don't carry it here. So I'm gonna go to another store. Hopefully we can find some good paints there. I'm excited. Just looking at like paint wheels and color palettes, we have an idea of what we want in the house, but it would also be really fun to like do something a little crazy and get an accent wall with a huge pop of color. So we'll see what happens.
Alright, so we have been busting our butts trying to get as much of this pre-filling and screw filling done as possible. And I got the bathroom done. We've got pretty much all of the loft screws and gaps pre-filled. Now we've got to get over here to the sketchy stuff. I got to do like above the stairs right here, all up to the beam on this side of the wall, and then around those two windows over there. And then we're done pre-filling. And then maybe, just maybe, we can get the bazooka out. Actually, we don't have any tape, so we're not gonna get the bazooka out. But we'll find some other stuff to do, don't worry, but this will probably take us the better half of the rest of the day to do all of this. Oh yeah, and what I always forget is the sunroom, so we have to do the sunroom also. Anyway, we're gonna get to work.
Thank you and have a great day.
Whew, that's a voicemail confirmation for our anatomy scan appointment tomorrow. Oh my gosh. At 20 weeks pregnant, it's the halfway point. So 20 out of the 40 weeks, I officially hit 5 months, feeling really good, everything's great. And you have an anatomy scan to basically go through every single part of the body. You can see all of the organs, and they just check to make sure everything is developing correctly. And it's just a really fun experience because most of the time, fingers crossed, things look good. And it's just a great way to be able to really see and connect with the baby. And especially now that we know it's a boy, it just makes it even more real. And so seeing it tomorrow is going to be really fun. We have an appointment tomorrow morning, and it's going to be a huge surprise. So up until recently, they were not allowing any other guests. You could bring one person, which is normally your partner. You could bring whoever you want, but it was just going to be Trent. And they just changed it a couple days ago to 3 healthy adults over the age of 13. And my parents are in town, and they keep asking, so when's your next doctor's appointment? And I've told them it's in a couple weeks, super vague, but it's actually tomorrow morning, and they are going to come. And they have no idea. They've never been able to come to one of my ultrasound appointments because they live in DC across the country. So not only will they get to come to one ultrasound, but it's the big one. It's the most thorough and comprehensive. It's the longest, and we'll really get to see everything that this baby boy is doing in there. And it's just really crazy to me that we're having a boy. I'm so excited. I keep visualizing this baby boy turning into a baby boy toddler, turning into a boy kid and a boy teenager, and just like all the fun we're gonna have. I'm so excited to see Joel as a big brother to this baby boy and to be able to do fun family things together. So I'm sorry. I'm excited, and that voicemail makes me even more excited because tomorrow it's going to be that much more real. So in the meantime, we need to focus. It just started raining, and we still have a lot of shopping to do. So I'm going to take a few deep breaths. We're going to go into this new paint store, and hopefully they have Benjamin Moore paints, and oh wow, and it's thundering. Hopefully they have Benjamin Moore paints and the exact colors that we're looking for. How are you?
Doing well, how are you?
Good. Do you carry the Regal paint?
Yes, the samples are $9.99 a piece, $9.99 per pint.
Per pint,
Okay.
okay.
Mhm.
All right. Well, give me a minute to decide.
Okay, yeah,
then.
no problem.
Thank you.
All right. What kind of machine are you looking for?
What's normal inside a house? Like satin or?
Typically either a matte or an eggshell finish.
Let's try eggshell.
All right.
And just a pint or the smallest size that you offer for each
You know
of
what?
us.
I might not have that many in stock.
Okay.
Let me double check that for
Okay,
you.
cool.
So we would have to narrow it down to just 2 colors at this time. All right. We'll start mixing these up for you.
Okay, cool, thanks. All right, the guys at the store were super helpful. Unfortunately, paint is going through a shortage also, so we couldn't get 5 different types, but we did get the 2 types that I'm the most excited about, the 2 paint colors. And we're gonna test them out this afternoon and kind of see how they look in the light and in the house, and maybe we'll pick our paint today.
Right off the bat, I knew I loved you. You had that sparkle in your eyes, some kind of shimmer in your presence, unlike no other I had met. You got me spinning out of context, not really sure what I should do. This is the reason I am leaving. I can't live with or without you. Won't you sing to me? There ain't no other way but you sing to me, as simple as I say.
All right, so we've really been knocking it out. I think it's only been like maybe an hour or 2, but we got all of the joints pre-filled and all of the screws filled. Now I'm going to the sunroom. It's the last stage of pre-filling, and I could not be more excited to get this over with. I'm gonna finish the sunroom out. Allie should be back any minute, and hopefully the brisket will be done soon as well. I'm really excited to give that a little taste.
All right, we're just getting back to the house, and it hasn't rained here. It's actually pretty warm, but it smells so good. Oh my goodness. I don't know if it's just like my increased smell capacity or if it's legit amazing, but it smells unbelievable. Do you smell it?
Yeah, it smells really good. Even John, the other contractor, was walking around and he was like, that smells good, Trent. He's like a professional brisket smoker, so he started
Cool.
telling me all the things I should have done.
Next time. I've been gone pretty much all day doing the very difficult task of trying to pick out paint colors for the house, stains for the tongue and groove on the ceiling. I finally got them back here and we need to like break it out as soon as possible. But before we can paint anything, Trent, could you give us a quick paint can shake?
Oh no. These little baby cans.
Oh, what is he doing?
Help, Frank.
Come here. Stop. It looks good.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right, paint number 1. Are you ready to rumble? It's white.
What kind of white?
It's just, this is called Simply White by Benjamin Moore.
Ah.
All right. Ooh.
It's a giant can of whiteout.
Basically, yeah.
You know you have to let that dry before you know what it's gonna look like.
Yeah. All right. Option number 1. Oh, wow.
Can you tell the difference?
I can.
I mean, barely.
What is it? What is the difference to you?
The one on the right is creamier.
So yeah, creamier and very stark
Paler white, yeah.
I think we want something a little bit creamier.
Yeah, the left one's a laboratory.
It is, yeah. It's a little sterile.
All right, well, that was quick.
That's it? You're not even gonna let it dry?
I don't know, you just said you like that one better. We'll let the people at home decide. What do you guys think?
Left or right?
Let us know in the comments if you want left or right, or you can even write creamy or laboratory. Lika, which one do you want? Do you want creamy or laboratory? Laboratory?
Porcupine.
Hey, Allie.
Sorry, that was my fault.
No, there's nothing out there.
It was me.
It's in here, this dog. Bark again. There we go. Hey, Frank, it's okay, buddy. It's okay.
Look, it's me. Sit.
Good dogs. All right, enough of the dog stuff. We're moving on to stains on the tongue and groove. Now, we've gotten a lot of questions and comments about what we're going to do on the ceiling, the cathedral ceiling that's all the way up there. And this is the answer. 6-inch tongue and groove pine, and we're going to stain it. It's probably going to be a pretty dark stain, and we hope it looks really good.
You ready?
I'm ready. I think early American.
Yeah.
That's what we used, huh?
We used mahogany.
No.
Oh. Okay, then I have no idea.
Golden oak, weathered oak, English chestnut. I think early American is probably the go. It's probably the best option.
I'm surprised that I think we're gonna go dark. I think it would be the dark one.
English chestnut? It's possible. That we'll go with the darkest one?
Yeah.
Because pine is super light.
Yeah.
So when you put the really dark stains on and it dries, it's not that dark.
You're not gonna like that one.
Yeah,
But we'll see.
I don't know, they both look cool.
Yeah.
I like that one too.
It's more like, it's redder.
That one makes the green pop more.
First impressions, what do you think?
Be darker.
Top or bottom?
I don't know.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
I think the early American looks better.
This side?
The one on the right?
Yeah.
Really?
You like this one?
Yeah. I like top left stain, bottom right paint. Can you flip the board upside down?
This one?
Yeah. Yeah.
You
So-
like this combo?
Yep.
Well, I guess that settles it, huh?
No.
Don't you know the saying, Trent?
Say it for all of us, Brandon.
Happy wife, happy life.
That's sexist.
I'm just saying.
As my dad would say, would you rather be right or married?
I mean, we don't have to, these aren't like final decisions.
Right.
We can go a little bit creamier, grayer with the wall color, and we can go darker even with the stain.
Yeah, and I think if you hit this with another coat of the same
Yeah, it'll
brown,
change,
it'll
too.
darken it up.
That's
too.
right.
Yeah.
The one on the left, that stain, just like to me reminds me of like a,
It's caramel.
yeah, it's too caramel.
Well, we've got a lot to think about. I think there's a, how would you even differentiate the stains? There's a, like more of a golden and more of a dark brown stain. And then there's a white and there's a creamier white. So let us know what combination you guys think looks the best. Or if we should go in a totally different direction. Have black walls and white ceilings. I don't know.
All right, we have finally finished the first layer of mud.
Woo!
Spent some time, got the tools cleaned up. I'm really starting to get the hang of this. Like, none of these really look that good, but I'm pretty proficient with the knife now. And I think by the time we tape these and we use the flat boxes, any like skimming over or like any other touch up that I have to do, I think I'm gonna be capable of.
I think so.
And I'm hoping that by the time we have to do like the corner beads and stuff, I'm gonna really have it down, because that's where all the mistakes will show.
We're done with work for the day, but we are not done for the day.
That brisket is still cooking. It is not quite to temperature yet. I'm gonna run inside and take a shower because we got some guests coming over tonight.
I'm walking down the street on clouds instead of the concrete I'm dancing through. Everything's about to come my way. Nothing can ruin my day. No matter what anyone does or say, I smile at fools. No.
Hi guys. It's a dog party.
It's time. It's rested for a really long time. We're gonna open up the foil and see. There is enough brisket here to feed the entire neighborhood. Moral of the story is don't shop at Costco.
Woo! Oh my
It
goodness.
looks really nice, huh?
I don't know what it's supposed to look like.
I don't either.
Okay.
This is my first time.
Okay. The dogs think it smells good though. Yes.
How's that look?
I think it looks good.
Have you ever eaten brisket?
Yeah, but I never like pay
You don't
attention.
know what it looks like?
I never pay attention to what it looks like.
You can name your Traeger. So on the app, on the phone, Trent named our new Traeger Lord of the Smoke Ring.
I thought it was a good name.
I bet you did.
No, I don't care 'cause I am on my way up and I want.
All right, so we set up this barbecue today and we have a lot of our friends here. You guys have already met Drew and Jen, but Matt and Katie are some new friends that are also here, and we told you guys we were gonna be doing something special with Drew, and Matt and Katie are actually the other parts of that puzzle. So we're not gonna let you guys know too much right now because there is still some things in the works, but we got everybody here. We got Russell and Leslie, and we're having a good old-fashioned barbecue.
Yay!
I won't slow down.
Oh man, that was quite the night. We had an amazing time. We got to hang out with Drew and Jen, Matt and Katie, and Russell and Leslie, and we basically got to host on our deck and have a nice little barbecue, and the brisket was a hit. The brisket turned out pretty good. You know, I probably shouldn't say that because I cooked it, but I think most of the people that ate it liked it, and I had like 3 helpings. I really enjoyed it, so I'll check it off as a success. Now, it is really late. We just barely came inside, and we've got a big, big day tomorrow. What's up, guys, and good morning. It is the next day. We are loading up into the car. We have a huge surprise today for Russell and Leslie. It's we're actually running a little bit late, so we're gonna head out, jump in the car, and go pick them up. I think they're gonna be really excited. Yay! It's gonna be a big day.
Good morning.
Take the hat, the glasses.
Yeah, your alias is covered up. Do you have any idea what we're doing today?
No, I just know it's early. It's early and we're moving.
We'd had a late night last night with the barbecue, so everyone is a little bit tired, but it's about 7:45 in the morning. We have about a 40-minute drive, and then we have somewhere very exciting to take my parents. Any other ideas about where we could be going today?
I have no idea. Oh,
Thing there was very close.
Yeah, that's our hospital.
Is that what we're doing?
Oh, yay! Is this your appointment?
That's
Wow!
awesome.
Is this is
that's
not
cool.
your?
And I can take a souvenir.
They just changed it from 2 healthy adults to 3 healthy adults because you weren't going to be able to come, Dad.
Oh, yay!
Two.
Oh,
I don't
this
have,
is so great.
I didn't bring my mask.
We have
Oh,
masks.
we have
We have
masks.
masks for you.
I have a mask.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
so
fantastic.
great. You were right. It was better.
Oh, this is
Oh my
great.
gosh, this is
Wow.
fantastic.
It's kind of a hike, Trent. It's like trying to throw
This
you
is
off.
Probably some stairs.
There's a
I could have worn my polo.
You
Really
Thank you
beautiful.
for
Thanks.
bringing us.
Sharing that.
This is great. We were racking our brains last night to think.
And you don't know some of the things Mom was doing. I was like,
We're
no,
going
please stop it.
skydiving.
You know what? I thought that too. It's like, you know those.
Yeah.
Like Trent, he's gonna do something crazy.
Going bungee jumping.
I just had breakfast. Like, come on.
I don't care at all, baby. You got my attention. So you were saying, oh no, I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh, baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense when you're next to me.
So we're just at like the halfway mark of the anatomy scan and just measuring every organ and spinal column and the ears and the circumference of the head and just making sure everything is formed and now developing appropriately. He's in the 59th percentile size-wise, and everything looks really good. All is right with the world. Oh, the doctor came in to do a couple extra measurements, which was a little nerve-wracking because normally if a doctor comes in after a nurse has been in here for a while, it's like, oh, there's something wrong, and the doctor needs to check what's wrong. And he was trying to figure out if the heart and the diaphragm were at the same level, because you want the diaphragm to be lower than the heart and then the stomach to be even lower than that. And the picture they had before looked all like it was on the same plane, but everything looks good. He double checked and like, it looks like we have a healthy baby. So that's all we really care about.
Couldn't be happier. Do you feel like Nana and Nonu yet?
No.
I'm just overwhelmed.
It's really amazing.
Yeah, there's life in our daughter.
Right.
Crazy.
Life.
It's alive.
So what do you think, Mom?
It's just so surreal.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Do you feel the baby move more? Like, can you feel it when you're seeing it move, like on the screen? Do you feel it in your stomach?
Yeah, but it feels like gurgles, like you're gurgling.
Like you're hungry.
Like you're
your
hungry.
stomach's
Yes.
turning.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll feel some kicks soon, but I'm just happy to know everything's healthy because there's a lot of different experiences.
Yeah, when the doctor came back in, he started like listing all these things. He's like, well, the head, the ears, the brain, the neck, the brain stem, this, that, and we're like all just like waiting, like, what? And he's like, all look normal. He's just like so monotone and just like he was listing, and then he starts listing off another set of things, and this, the kidneys, the diaphragm, this all looks normal. We're just like, gosh. And then he's like, but I did come in to take some measurements because something seemed a little off. So I'm just gonna go ahead and check this out. And then he checked it out and it seemed normal as well.
Yeah, it's cool.
And he said it was a beautiful looking baby.
I have no doubt. Of course.
I think now we're gonna head off and get some breakfast because Allie and I have not eaten because we had to get up early and make it here, and we're both starving. Well, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. We had an awesome day today.
It's true.
We got to go to our appointment, our 20-week appointment where we got to do the ultrasound. We got to see all the different sizes of the bones and the head and the organs, and it kind of made me like question my own mortality because it's like really crazy to see a little person like the size of a mango and measure all their body parts and their organs.
Their
and
kidneys,
the
like
fact that
everything.
it's like alive in there is kind of freaking me out right now.
It's pretty cool.
Anyway, we got to spend some time with Allie's parents today, which was awesome. We actually took the rest of the day off and went and just had some fun. We ended up going out to dinner, and now we're just barely getting back and we're getting ready for bed, and we forgot to say goodbye to you guys, so.
I just want to say a big thank you to my parents for making the trek out here and being here this week. I know that DC is their home, I understand, but we really appreciate having you in our lives, and we really appreciate having you in our lives as well. I'm sorry we decided to take some time to put down the camera and just be focused and present today, but sometimes you just really need that family time in your life, and I feel like that's what we got today. It was great.
So with that, I just want to say, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you show us by giving us a big thumbs up on today's video. Consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already.
Thanks again to Vessi for sponsoring today's video. Click the link in our description to check them out.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Adios.